Deeply flawed. The Biden administration is set to reinstate what they refer to as the deeply flawed Trump-era Remain in Mexico policy later today after being forced to revive the program by court order, which was upheld by the U.S. Supreme Court. But after publicly condemning they don't believe in the policy, our next guest warns the White House is sending the wrong message to stop the surge. Actually, let's have our next guest say that. Former acting DHS Secretary and Heritage Foundation visiting fellow Chad Wolf joins us right now. Chad, good morning to you.
Good morning, Steve. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you. So as soon as they could, they tried to pull the plug on Remain in Mexico, but a court said, hey, wait a minute. You did this illegally. You got to put it back in place, so that's where we are today.
You're right. Unfortunately, the Biden administration made a very disastrous decision at the beginning of the administration to cancel this program, which I believe is one of the main causes of this historic border crisis that we see today. So now a court is telling them to reinstitute it. They're making some changes to the program. We'll have to see on whether they're effective or not. But at the end of the day, this administration has said over and over again it doesn't believe in the Remain in Mexico program, that it will cancel the program as soon as it gets relief from a court. Right. So again, it's sending the wrong message to migrants, to cartel members, to other smugglers and traffickers. They know that the Biden administration will not implement this program the way it should be, and they're just going to wait them out so that they can have the program canceled and we can continue to see this catch and release instituted throughout the country.
What do you mean they won't implement it properly? Does that mean they're going to go, hey, guys and gals down on the border, don't arrest the people, let them in anyway?
Well, there's a couple of things. They're making subtle changes to the program. They've announced some of the changes and some of the other changes they have not announced. So one thing that they're doing is they're asking every enrollee in MPP on whether they have a fear of returning back to Mexico. Well, after a while, this will catch on and people will understand and migrants will understand. All I have to say is I have a fear of returning to Mexico and then I won't be enrolled in the program. And so it's a very effective way to undermine the program in the beginning. There are other ways that you can do that you can assure the protections that certain migrants may need from an asylum protection standpoint. Right. But to ask every enrollee on whether they have a fear to return to Mexico, people will catch on and they'll understand whether they have a fear or not. If they say yes, sure, they won't be enrolled, they won't be sent back to Mexico, and the program will be ineffective.
So that will be the new way they game the system. But, you know, when you look at how effective it was during the Trump administration, it turned off the flow of migrants into the country. I don't think the Biden administration wants them to stop. The message still is, come on, the door's open.
Well, absolutely. And MPP, even during the Trump administration, was just one step of a multifaceted process that we had in place, whether from the asylum cooperative agreements, the effective border wall system, and the list goes on and on. So MPP was a very integral part, but it was just one part. And so what we see from this administration is over 10 months, they really haven't done anything different to stem the flow. And so just instituting Remain in Mexico by itself, I don't think will be as effective as it could be.
All right, let's see what happens. Chad, thank you very much for joining us.
All right, thank you.